Okay, so now a lot of weird stuff is happening where there's talking about equal pay. It was the big equal pay day. Barack Obama talking about getting women equal pay. They say that some people say that women get paid 30% less than men, right? Is that what they say, Robert?
It's roughly 72 to 77 cents on the dollar, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so there you go. And, in this upside down world of Fox News, here we are. You're going to have Alan Combs on with two women talking about pay equity for women. And in this upside down world of Fox News, you have a man arguing against two women who are for gender wage discrimination. That's really what it is. And, here, let's play the first clip. Here's what she kind of lays it out.
Is disputing that there is a gap. That's what's the same about all of these different numbers. But it's so hard. I mean, when you drill down on the data, no two people are the same. No job is the same. You try and parse what's going on, and, different people make different decisions and look for different things.
Yeah, for instance, like some people look for different things in different employment situations. Like some guys in employment situations look to hire a lot of women because they can pay them less, right? So that's kind of cool.
Right.
All right, so now here's Alan Combs, and watch, she says that stupid stuff, and watch Alan Combs, Dave. He's going to, bam! He's going to come right back at her. Go get him, Alan.
I think what they're talking about is the same job with the same qualifications.
I believe it was median.
And median is the
median,
not only
middle
that,
person.
But
that's the middle person.
They also specified
seniority,
full-time
education.
They
don't.
Bam! Good for you. Did you see Combs just come right back at her? He just went right back at her.
But also, even if it wasn't same job, same qualifications, blah, 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 even if it was everything else, the number should still be the same when you shake it all out. If women were being paid equally for everything, then when you shook it down, you'd still have equality, which you don't.
But you don't have equality.
No, you don't.
No, you do not.
Despite what that woman wants you to believe.
So now here's the other pretty woman on Fox News. She's going to...
Oh, and by the way, despite women being 60% of the current workforce.
Yes.
More women are employed than men in this country right now.
Well, that's just so that they can balance out the less money that they're making.
They
have to send more of them to work to do that. Yeah.
And now here comes pretty blonde Fox lady, and she's going to tell us that she's going to totally admit that unequal pay for women is happening in an apples-to-apples comparison, but then she just kind of completely blows it off. Let's watch.
The Labor Department, according to the numbers I saw, did the most accurate look at an apples-to-apples comparison, and they found only a 5-cent discrepancy between what men are paid and what women are paid.
And it sounds like she's going to say they found, she goes, only a 5%, which she makes it sound like, so I'm cool with it. Right? Isn't that what it sounded like she was saying? So it's only 5%. So what's the big whoop in an apples-to-apples comparison? That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
So two people, a man and a woman, doing the exact same job, that would be an apples-to-apples comparison. And what she's saying is that when you do that, it's not 77 cents on the dollar. It's really just 5 cents less, or 5% less. She said cent, but she meant percent. And and then she's like, go ahead, Robert.
And by the way, I don't buy that statistic.
No, I don't buy that statistic either, but that's what she's saying. So she's admitting there's a 5% pay difference when it comes to apples comparison, and then she immediately does an apples to oranges comparison. Here, let's watch.
When you look through all the numbers, it is a fact that there are more men who are engineers, more men who are in these higher paying jobs typically, and that's just a statistically true fact.
Yes, so did you hear what she said? What she said, when you go apples to apples, women are only losing 5% on of pay. But then if, to back it up, I'm going to give you an apples to oranges comparison. And it turns out that men make more money when they're engineers. That's what she's saying.
Right, so shouldn't she have found the data to find out do women engineers make the same as men engineers? That would be the comparison that would make sense, but I guess.
But isn't that just apples to kiwi?
I don't know what that is. It's apples to. It's
well, when she was comparing apples to apples, she didn't notice that one of the apples had a huge bite taken out of it. And it's like she's saying, yeah, the fact that men, thanks to the wage gap, are paid more than women, that's proof that women shouldn't be paid as much as men. That's what. So see, look, engineers make more money. Man, she's like, she has no points. It is so weird to see women advocating against equal pay for women, and a guy has to stand up for women. That's so. But it's nice to know, Dave, that when a woman is advocating for lower pay for women, that she's being paid less than a man advocating against lower pay for women.
That's at least the silver lining.
That is the silver lining. Yeah. That's what I'd like to say. And I'm going to use that joke a couple more times on this show, I have a feeling. And she does make a good point, though. There's no such thing as a female engineer.
I've never heard of one.
Is that what she's saying?
I love the fact that she doesn't then follow up with, and that's because women have traditionally been talked down to in the sciences.
Yes,
Because
Right,
you
like
know,
that's
this is
the
a part of a
pro-woman.
big systemic problem. The Democrats are just trying to address the most overt and egregious piece of injustice that's there, but it's part of a huge problem in terms of how we deal with fixing long thousands of years of chauvinism.
Yeah, but Robert, when you compare apples to apples comparison, women do much better when you do an apples to apples comparison. And to back that up, I'm going to show you an apples to oranges comparison in just a second.
That's really fair.
The whole thing's bananas.
I mean, what if it was anybody else? If it was like, it turns out there's a disparity in pay between say Armenians and the rest of the world. People would be like, that's a little effed up. Like, no, if you look at it, they only make 5% less.
Right.
So it's okay.
That's just, it's the Armenian tax.
They deserve it.